Hi everybody, it's Linda. I am back to show you my latest journal. It's my first fall journal for the season, and it is made from a vintage Reader's Digest book. It's a full-size journal with 3 signatures, and the Reader's Digest book was so pretty and so fall themed and colored that I pretty much left it like it is, and I just did a closure with the elastic and the button that I learned from Kathleen Maurer, and I covered the spine. It has a new hidden spine on the inside, and then I covered the outside of the spine with this really pretty vintage embroidered trim. And then the rest of the cover I pretty well left as it is, just so pretty. And the beads on the closure here kind of match. You have just a really pretty fall aesthetic. And the inside of the book I also left just like it was because it's so beautiful. I loved the library, the little library tag there, and the color, this beautiful mustard yellow. I just thought you can add pockets if you'd like. You can collage or do whatever you'd like on here, but it was so pretty I wanted to just leave it just like that. This is one of the original pages from the Reader's Digest book. I am using digitals from the BontikVintageDesigns shop, and I will credit those digitals in the description box below. They're very beautiful, just great fall colors and foliage. Really enjoyed working with them. There is a discount code in the description box for 50% off any purchase from that shop for my viewers, and I believe the promo code is Joyful Makes and Finds, and it is, again, in the description box. This page here, it's got this really pretty front porch scene, fall scene, and I made this guest check with this cute little Tim Holtz girl and some Liberty of London fabric, some vintage green stamps, and that just tucks right in there. Have some vintage ledger, scrapbook paper. This is a junk mail window envelope that's been coffee dyed and stenciled. And inside I made this journal card. It's got this cute little collage in the corner, and it is actually made from a vintage jumbo index card. So it's a folded, like a little folded card. So a lot of journaling space there. And I used some of the vintage stamps in my collection to decorate the side here, a little washi tape and some very vintage crocheted trim. Coffee dyed paper. This is a doily pocket that was sewn into the signature, and it's got this pumpkin journaling card there, and just a little fall collage here. This is a page from a little knitting pattern booklet from probably the late 60s, maybe early 70s. I just love this image and the typewriter font here. This is some banana fiber paper, I think it's called, and I found it at a thrift store recently, and it was just such a good find. It's really textural and pretty, and really pretty fall colors in there too. Here are some little short pages. This is from the BontikVintageDesigns digitals. The center of the first signature and all of the signature ties are beaded. Don't know if you can see that very well, but there's a made with love charm and beads and some pretty little fall inspired beads on this side. I love the little short pages. And on this back side of this knitting pattern, I attached this little it was an empty Lamode button card, and I added this old celluloid button to it. It's nice and flat and very old and fun, so I thought it wouldn't add too much bulk to the journal. And I put a little topper here made from some yarn tie. This is the other pocket, doily pocket, and in here is another pumpkin tag. And I don't know if you can tell if the light in the camera will pick this up, but I added, you can see where the light is hitting the top of the pumpkins, and I added some really pretty fine glitter just to make that sparkle a little bit. I'm not sure if that's coming through. My favorite time of year. I love the colors. I love the pumpkins. This is a fabric flip with some pretty fabrics. This is just a trim here with some pumpkins. This is one of my favorite fabrics, and I just use little tiny pieces of it at a time. This fall leaves. This is it's very, it feels like suede, but it's on with the polyester backing. Just really pretty. And this is a homespun, a nice homespun plaid. And I did just added some color to this blank page here with some Distress Oxide. This is a fold out of the vintage graph paper. Another little tuck here with a really pretty image that looks like it's been embroidered. And this is just a piece of really pretty fall paper that's part of the digital, and lots of journaling, empty journaling space on this side. And one of the fancy folds that I learned from Kathleen Maurer at Be Again Books. I've learned so much from her, and I thank her so much for all of her inspiration. This is between the first and second signature, and just beautiful fall graphics and colors. You could just really enjoy just resting your eyes here for a little bit and enjoying those colors. This is a belly band here, sideways belly band, using that beautiful vintage embroidered trim, and this fun large tag with these big tall fall boots. Just love that. And I use some more of the fun fall fabrics in the background and as a topper. Here is some coffee dyed and stenciled paper. A paper bag here that has some goodies inside. It's got a trio of tags that I just tied together with some really pretty green sari silk. And then I just closed it with, this is another one of the tags just folded in half that I used as just like a little clip here. Some avocado dyed paper. There's a little, creates a little short little pocket here in the front, and a little tag from my stash. I believe that's a Louise Heinzel little, one of pieces of a digital of hers that I had left over in my stash. This is a fun vintage cookbook with some great fall colors and images, and this is Wisconsin apple slices, so even some fall themed recipes there. This is an over the page tuck spot that you can tuck something in underneath there, and then it is also removable, and it is yet another journaling, empty journaling paper with the very pretty design from the digital. and it just goes right over the top of the page here and clips on with this paper clip. It's a couple of little short pages, some mulberry paper, more of the banana fiber paper, and then the very center of the book, the center of the second signature, is this really pretty Battenberg lace fabric doily. It was something I found at an estate sale fairly recently and thought it would be perfect for fall journals. And beaded on these signature ties is this wonderful, cute little squirrel charm and some pretty fall beads. Hopefully you can see those. This is a fold out with the avocado dyed paper, and tucked in here is a really cute retro blank recipe card and some king corn saving stamps or trading stamps, whatever you'd call those. My mom used to collect all the different stamps back in the 60s and 70s that the grocery stores and places would give out. I have such fond memories of those. All right, this is the back side of the paper bag, and this is a little journal card from the kit that I attached to the outside, and actually on the inside is another vintage recipe card. Okay, and then the back page of the second signature is a belly band that goes vertically, and this wonderful vintage postcard that I tucked in there from, oh, it looks like the late 60s or 70s, early 70s, of these kids with the big hats and their pretty fall colors. It's quite old. Okay. And then this is between the second and third signature, another just really beautiful digital there. Kind of a feast for the eyes. And then tucked in this pocket is a vintage handwritten postcard from September 30th of 1949. Dear Mom, we got home okay, hope your hand is better, and so on, just precious. Okay. Some really pretty cranberry mulberry paper. And I just tucked a few little random goodies in the pocket here. A scrapbook paper tag, a vintage playing card, and another one of those pretty tags that are in that paper bag pocket. This is a page from an English garden embroidery book, and it's Fallen Leaves. So I found the page that had some fall designs on it, which I thought was great. And then this is a page of very vintage wallpaper. It is pearlized and textured and just yummy. And I do have this available in my Etsy shop also. On the back side here is a tall pocket that I used a coin envelope and just did a pretty collage here with some trading stamps and some vintage tatting and a little collage here. And I just put a blank tag in there. I like to include some blank items for you to use for journaling or decorating or even attaching photos. It's a page from a vintage dictionary, and it includes the page that has fall on there and just some actually a deer and a falcon. And then this is an over the page little notebook, scrappy notebook, and I used this lined writing paper and a couple of images from the kit, and it just is perched over the page with a clip, a paper clip holding it in place. So you can pull that off and put it in your purse, or take it off and do some journaling or add photos or whatever and put it right back on. It's a little page from a children's book. This is the center of the third signature. Just this beautiful fall tree. And the beads on the signature ties, there's a pretty pearl and a little bronze dimensional acorn charm, and just some pretty fall beads. This is the back of the children's book page, and it has this little family of deer. It's so cute. And this is one of those multi-folded full page pockets. It's got about 5 different pockets in one, and I just have some tickets and a little image from the kid in this pocket. And here is a little handmade journal card. In here there is a Tim Holtz ticket here, and a tall tag made from scrapbook paper here. And there's room for more things to be added to this pocket. So lots of versatility there. And then this is the back side of the mulberry paper pocket. And inside I have this sweater weather fun tag. This was from the kit, this just beautiful, crazy fall happy sweater. And so I added sweater weather to the bottom and a little topper. It's got even a little bit of some really pretty tatting. I don't know if you can see that or not. And a little bit of the paper bag I used for a topper. Just a fun little tag there. And this is another of the images from that embroidery book. And this last page here is a yummy cup of, I'm going to say, pumpkin spice coffee or pumpkin spice tea. And I added my usual little thank you gift, my decaf pumpkin spice stash tea bag there for you, and a library card, little blank library card. And that is the final page. This is just like the little credits page that was the original to the Reader's Digest book. And again, the back cover, the back opening cover that I just left, this beautiful fall canvas for you to do your own pockets or collaging or add photos or whatever you would like to do here. It's just so pretty. So this is the back of the book. It's just such a pretty vintage book in such beautiful condition. I just did not feel the need to do much altering. So this is my first fall journal. It is currently listed in my Etsy shop, Joyful Makes and Finds. There is a link to the listing in the description box below, a link to the digitals I used, a link to the promo code for the Bontik Vintage Designs. So what is next? Today is August 31st, so the last day of August. Tomorrow begins September 1st. In September, in my Joyful Makes and Finds Etsy shop, is going to be buttons and coffee is kind of the theme for the month. All of my buttons are going to be on sale, and I have a bunch of new old vintage buttons to list from my collections. And also I am working on Little Cutie, my small size journals, 2 Little Cutie coffee journals, and then I'm going to start my Little Cutie Halloween journals. And I'm excited to start those. I got a lot of questions asking if I was going to do Halloween journals this year, because for whatever reason I didn't make them last year, and the answer is yes, and I am excited. I love to do really cute Halloween themed journals. So those are the things coming up. I appreciate every minute that you take and spend with me here on my channel. I appreciate the time you spent watching the video. If you enjoyed the flip through, got some new ideas or whatever, please leave me a like.
leave me a comment. I love comments. And also subscribe to my channel if you would like to follow along and help my channel, my little channel, grow. So I wish all of you a very safe Labor Day weekend and lots of love. And I will see you soon with my newest project. Bye-bye.